We've got a short week. Time to flip the page to the Bears.
I'm on the field with the wideouts.
We're talking X Factor versus the Bears.
And I can't wait for Thursday night football.
Yes, friend.
It all starts now.
Welcome, Commanders family, into Command Center, presented by SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. What's good, y'all? Brian Colbert Jr. here, Santana Moss, Fred Smoot, Logan Paulson. Now, what a roller coaster that overtime battle was. Now, I know we're moving forward, right? We got a short week ahead. However, I would love to get y'all thoughts on what went down in week 4. Santana, I'll start with you.
It was a hard-fought game. I mean, honestly, I told myself going into the game, I want to see a very competitive football game. And I think our team did just that. And I said also I wanted to see the best team that's standing last should be the victorious team. And I guess the Eagles was the best team.
It was, I know I talk trash about Rocky, but it was Rocky Apollo Creed. It was blow after blow after blow, and I love seeing Sam Howell go blow for blow with Jalen Hurts. I thought it had all the drama you needed, and it came down to inches, and it came down to the last play. Guess what you want to see? If Philly is the measuring stick, we not too far off.
Yeah, I really love the resiliency that this team showed, specifically on offense. I just love how, kind of whenever the game seemed over, they kind of found a way to claw back into it, convert third down, scrambling, whatever it took to get it done. Love that, and just too bad that there wasn't a loss. But it was, in terms of things to be excited about, really excited about this
And
offense.
Logan, week 4 didn't hold a win, but it did have some cold plays. Now, Tanner, what's cooler than being cool?
Ice cold! It's time for Ice Cold Moments presented by Steam Fitters. Steam Fitters, UA Local 602 provides the highest level of HVAC and mechanical piping services.
So, fellas, what were your ice cold moments in week 4? Logan, I'm gonna throw to you.
Well, for me, it's easy. Anytime the tight end catches the football on in-breaking route up the middle of the field between two safeties and then eats that hit from the safety, that gets me fired up, man. So I love this. This is my ice cold moment right here.
And then Santana, you up next.
Oh, my ice cold moment came from Jahan Dotson. He got opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and then when we need him the most, he caught the touchdown to save the day. We went in overtime with it. Jahan Dotson, Sam Howell on a great pass. Ice cold, baby.
Ice cold. Last but not least, Fred.
It can't get no colder than 3 Washington football players scoring no one play. Give it to B-Rob, he toasts it to the line and runs a guy over, gets the ball knocked out his hands. Charles gets on it, getting it taken away by Terry McLaurin.
Terry's still a
3
touchdown.
people to score a touchdown. I thought that was amazing. And guess what? You smell that smoke?
Oh, no.
I'm about to get fired up. Time for Fred's Fired Up, presented by FanDuel. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of your Washington Commanders. Welcome to Fred's Fired Up, and I'm fired up because we almost sneaked out that win and feeling I'm fired up about that. But guess what I'm fired up about? I'm going to it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
All the days.
Thursday night. We don't get long and crowd like that. We get right back on the hook. And it's prime time. Only show in time will be Washington Commanders. Toss it to you, D.
Shout out to Fred for always getting us fired up, especially for prime time. That's right, Thursday night football. And speaking of Thursday night football, let's get a look at this game day guide brought to you by SeatGeek, your ticket to great Commander seats. Now, your Commanders are back at the crib. That's right, they are back at home for a big Thursday night football matchup with the Chicago Bears. Kickoff is set for 8:15, and you can tune in on Amazon Prime or locally on Fox 5. Now remember, don't miss Command Center Game Day and Post Game Live. You can watch live on YouTube, Facebook, and X beginning at 7:15. Brian Mitchell, Santana Moss, and myself will be bringing you all things Commanders with our pregame coverage right from the field. And after the game, be sure to kick it with us post-game. We'll be back live with B. Mitch and Logan Paulson, the legend, to bring you press conferences and analysis. That's right, fellas. We are on prime time.
Yeah.
So now it's time for our headlines presented by the Washington Times. Now, fellas, this is going to be our headlines fantasy edition because y'all are all in the fantasy football league, right?
Yeah.
Y'all compete pretty hard.
I just beat up last
Fred's
week.
pretty terrible, though.
Can't be great at everything.
So you guys play fantasy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 2 player names, right? It's going to be like a matchup, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to tell me which of those players you're choosing to start in week 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody understand?
I got you. I
Cool.
got you.
Fred, I'm gonna start with you, and then we're gonna go down the line. Okay.
Start with the best.
We got
Start
Sam
with the
Howell.
best? What?
It's clearly they're clearly competing already. All right. So, okay, we're gonna start with Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Or Justin Fields.
That's a hard one.
Now, let me give you some context.
tell you.
I got cards for you. I'm going to give you some context now. Now, Sam Howell is ranked on NFL.com as the 20th quarterback for Week 5, right? The 20th ranked quarterback. Justin Fields is at 15. So they actually have Justin Fields ranked higher than
going against our defense.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going Samuel Howell, and I'm swiping right. All right, that's my fantasy pick right there because I feel like he'll have a better game against Chicago's defense than Justin Fields will against our defense.
Yeah, I feel like I need to talk to somebody about these metrics. Like, how do you determine that? Is it because he's a better rusher? Is that kind of what we're doing? You get more points for rushing totals or something?
And I wouldn't think our defense would be ranked
as
where
low.
they're
But we have gave up
I understand they've been giving up a lot of points, but still.
Yeah. So I would probably also pick Sam Howell. I just think like he seems to be progressing. I think this defense for the Bears is not overly talented. I would expect just based on that matchup that's going to be.
Do they have anything where you can pick a draw? Like it's going to draw between both of them?
You got to pick one, man. Can't be on the fence.
I mean, I'm trying to go against the grain. I'm just trying to make it good for TV. You know? I'm going to go with Sam, too.
I
don't want to be a company man all the time.
Well, you got a chance to switch it up now. Right?
Especially with how Justin Fields has been struggling reading the football field in terms of throwing the football.
Sam is a better passer.
Right now he is. So.
All right, so we got all y'all going Sam. Okay, next one. Terry, who's ranked 37 out of all receivers for Week 5. And then we have DJ Moore, who's ranked 38, right under him, of all the receivers for Week 5. Santana, I'm going to start with you. It's receivers, baby.
Receiver question.
Well, so I love Terry, so don't think about nothing else. But I believe that the way we run our offense, we're not forcing it to Terry. They have to force it to DJ Moore for them to be successful this week. So they're going to force it to him, and I think he can easily have 2 catches for 100+ yards because that's the type of wide receiver he is. So I'm gonna say DJ Moore for this week.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say when we were prepping this, I had a similar thought. You know, that maybe because he's such an explosive feature of that offense, they're gonna get him more touches. I just don't think the secondary is gonna allow him to go off that way. I think they're gonna disguise stuff, and it's not gonna be DJ Moore's fault. It's gonna be Justin Fields' fault. I don't think he can handle the different kind of coverage structures that our defense presents. I think he's going to throw the ball away a couple times, and it's going to be very frustrating. What do you always say, Fred?
I got a lot of signs.
You're a prisoner of the quarterback, and I think that's the same
And that's
thing.
why I never played wide receiver in the league. I'm not gonna let nobody control it. But at the end of the day, I look and say Terry on one hand got the better passer and Sam Howell. On the other side, you might got the better athlete. But I know this: in a game, he's gonna be playing against better DBs. I feel on our side of the ball with Manny Fours and the rest of those guys than Terry is. Because what I just seen him do to Darius Slay, and I noticed about quarterbacks. Once they do something and see how easy it is, they coming back the next week and they're going to do it again. So I'm going Terry McLaurin on that one, company man style.
All right. 2 for Terry, 1 for DJ. All right, next one. Brian Robinson Jr., who's ranked 31 out of all running backs for Week 5. And then Khalil Herbert, who's ranked 35th. So a little under, but definitely under. Who you guys got? Fred, I'm going to start with you.
Herbert is a better running back than people give him credit for. I just think he has a weaker O-line than our O-line. I'm going to go B-Rob on this one because I think B-Rob done found his footing. Like, you know when somebody in their bag and they done found their swag, DBs do not like B-Rob. I'm going with B-Rob.
Yeah, I would go B-Rob too. I think he's playing really well, but I'm actually going to go Herbert in this case. And I think just because he's going to get more touches, they have the quarterback running system there in Chicago, and that usually elevates the runner that creates more space for them.
On the road.
And again, more opportunity, different kind of scheme. He's the feature of that offense.
He doesn't share the ball.
Unlike B-Rob, who's kind of a secondary element, so I'm going to go Herbert there.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say that 1 or 2 might, do something a little different. But I just believe that this week, out of all the weeks, I think this is a week that we see B-Rob eclipse 100 yards. I think it's been brewing. You know what I mean? Every week he's been chopping that wood, and I feel like this week would be one of those weeks that we don't rely so much because we done showed what 4 games now that we like to throw the ball more than we run the ball. But I think this is a perfect game to kind of get them guessing, thinking like, oh, they're going to come in here with the same stuff. And we stuff it down there.
Great on a short week too to run the ball.
Now this one might surprise you guys. The last one. This is defense now. So the Bears defense right now is ranked 16th out of all defenses for Week 5. The Commanders defense, however, is not even in the top 24.
Wow.
Which one are you taking to start?
Hey, listen, we might be a late blooming defense. We might be a late blooming defense. Listen, Logan started off with 1 stop, but look what happened to him. So what I'm saying, I'm going with the team with the most what I think the better players.
Yeah.
And there's going to be the Washington. I think that the stats are bloated because they played against so many quarterbacks, a lot of late scoring here and there. I'm going with the Washington football team.
No, I was about to say, I think when you look at the strength of the schedule, obviously the Bills, which are one of the best teams in football, the Philadelphia Eagles might be the best roster in football. Those are going to kind of make those stats look worse. But I think when you look at the positions and kind of defensive line, linebackers, secondary, I think it all kind of favors Washington. Maybe the linebackers a little bit different.
Yeah.
They invest a lot of money there this offseason. But I think on the whole, the defense is much better, so I'm going to go Washington as well.
Yeah, it's a company show.
Company shows.
Commanders. Commanders.
Commanders.
Left hand up.
Hand up. Well, it was cool to hear your guys' insight. And the guy we started with, Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to him. It's time for Air Power, presented by Air National Guard, proud sponsor of the Washington Commanders. Now, Sam Howell and our receivers have put on a show out in Philly, and we're hoping to see them do the same thing on primetime for Thursday night. For the third consecutive game, the young QB found 8 different receivers or more, including Jahan Dotson, who had a clutch touchdown to send the game into overtime. Now let's send it out to London Fletcher and my guy Santana Moss to talk more about all of these weapons.
This is the Field Pass presented by FedEx, where now meets next. Tana,
Yeah.
out here getting ready for the Bears, man. Short week,
Quick turnaround.
quick turnaround. Gonna be a challenge by the Bears. You know, I know they'll be coming in here ready to kind of get their first win of the season.
Yeah.
Our receivers, man, they're gonna be some opportunities, let's call it that,
Yeah.
against a Bears secondary that's allowing 60% completion percentage defensively. When you look at our wide receivers, you know, what have you seen thus far?
You know, it's crazy because we've been spreading the ball around to mostly everybody, so you really haven't seen us really have one of those games yet. And it's crazy. You can say the same thing for the backfield. They haven't, both cores haven't really had a game where it was just all about them.
Right.
It's been spread out, and it's been I guess you can say a team. These guys have really been showing you offensively where we're going to use everybody, wide receivers, tight ends, and backs together. If it's any game you might look at, this game might be a great opportunity. But I just think with EB, the way he's doing things, man, he's just making sure that he can have a balanced attack. I think that's the best way to play football, regardless of what the other team allows you to do more of or not, because you never want to be one of those teams that sit back there and get too pass happy, and then that gives your quarterback a chance to be, sitting up there for the taking. You know what I mean? Maybe that Bear team get this chopping at the bits this week and say, hey, if they come in there saying they're going to throw it, well, we're going to get us a couple of sacks this week. So I'm not too much big on saying let's lean on those guys heavily right now. I don't think we need to. I think more than anything, I want to see this team together offensively, get themselves together. Where we can really be hitting on all cylinders come middle of the season.
All right, man. Well, we about to get kicked off this practice field, so it's time for us to get up out of here.
It's quick.
Hey, look, I'm gonna toss it to chopping it up. We got to chop it up on up out of here.
Already.
It's Chopping It Up, presented by DC Prime, Loudoun's premier steakhouse. For dinner reservations or private dining, call 703-840-2099.
What was it like after the Super Bowl, winning Super in DC, the perks?
You know, that's why, like, now I've said it to players for years and years. I'll say, like, a lot of guys now have gone into that, I call it the NFL medallion era, where everybody get picked up and they want to wear the medallion.
Yeah.
But when I came in, nobody wore that.
No.
They walked around and they knew you because of what you had accomplished on the field. And after we won the Super Bowl, dude, I can remember walking into restaurants, ordering a spread like this, and go to pay, and they're like, oh, somebody took care of it.
Yeah.
And here I am, removed 1992. We're 2023.
Man.
30-something years later.
Yeah.
And I still go places and people say, man, I remember.
I remember.
It's that thing, like I go back to college where my alumni, my big dude was Artie Boudreaux. And I said, man, why you always want to, like, make sure everything taken care of with me and my friends? He said, man, y'all give me satisfaction I can't give myself.
Right.
And then when I got to DC, I realized what he was talking about. These fans, Doc Walker hadn't played here in, 40 years? Doc is treated like he plays still.
Right. Still treated like royalty.
Yeah, so I just say that I wanted that. And we got it after my second year. And DC is the best place in the world to win at.
Oh yeah, I can
because
only
it
imagine.
lasts.
Yes.
And you get welcomed into houses, restaurants, government parties.
Right.
It's big deal, believe me.
Fellas, you heard from Beamish, right? The
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that these Commanders fans have for their Washington players. We're going back home.
Yeah.
Thursday night's a quick turnaround. We were just behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
What does that fan love do for you when you're in your arena? You know you're coming home and gonna play in front of these great fans. What does that do for you, Fred?
I know what love feel like, but I don't know what that love feel like. Cause we ain't winning no Super Bowl. That's a different type love because now you're embedded in memories. When they talk about the Super Bowl, they can only remember those guys, not us.
Yeah, absolutely. And like 2012 was probably the closest it was for me in my time, and it was awesome. The city was so supportive. You got so much support for the team and so much outpouring. So it's great, and hopefully we can get back to that.
Yeah, we haven't won a Super Bowl, but I feel like every time I walk and someone tell me about that 05 Monday Night Miracle, it's like their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the love is crazy. And they talk about it like as if that's the only thing I ever done here for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, damn, you ain't watching no other game? So I know what they're talking about.
Yeah, the
Definitely.
love is real.
Yeah,
It's here.
man. Well, I got no doubt there's gonna be a lot of love there for Week 5 Thursday Night Football. It's prime time, and let's get back into this matchup.
Yeah.
It's time to play fast, win fast. Presented by the Maryland Lottery. Play fast, win fast today, but please play responsibly. Now, fellas, I don't know if y'all did this when y'all was growing up,
Yeah.
but I know moms used to send me out to go play her numbers,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You used to have to go
That's how I
play.
got to the
you used to have
league.
to go play her numbers, right? So what I want y'all to do, that was your training, right?
Don't give me that number, man.
Well, just like back in the day,
Yeah.
right now I'm gonna ask y'all to play some numbers. I want
Okay.
y'all to play 3 numbers of players that y'all need to play fast for us to get the win in Week 5. Fred, you
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready.
I see you got the note card with
I'm
you now.
already ready. I'm
you can't- 'cause
always
you can't
ready.
remember his numbers.
No, yes, I can. No, the first number is the first number. Number 1, John Dotson. I need him to go out there. I need him to just. I feel like that catch to send the game into OT. He in his bag right now. We need to get him rolling. 82. Logan Thomas just don't get enough love and respect.
He's been playing
This
well.
guy catches the ball and continues to get just smashed, and he gets right back up every time. So I think it's gonna be his week to really get it going. And yeah, that unlucky number 13. Yes, that's why I said it, because guess what? Cornerbacks, after usually we have a bad performance, we usually bounce back with one of the best performances we have of the year. So there I go. 182. 13, the luckiest numbers in the DMV.
I mean, you think you got the lucky numbers. I got the lucky numbers.
Let me see what you got.
I got 90, right? Montez Sweat is going to ball out this week. He's going against Darnell Wright, the rookie out of Tennessee, and he does well against rookie tackles. He had 1.5 sacks week 1 against Paris Johnson. I'm expecting another big performance. Our guy, Jamin Davis, has been balling. Right? Every single week he gets better. We're talking about how he is getting after it, right? Head on hat. Making great tackles, playing with good confidence. Love that. So 52 is my next number. And then B-Rob, man. I got the physical dogs, man. Ted, do you think he's going to rush for over 100? I'm with that, man. He is poised for a big game. Every week he's getting more confident. He's getting more patient. And I love the physicality that he plays with. So those are my numbers. 90, 52, and 8. And I think I got the lucky numbers for this game.
Well, since y'all think y'all lotto studs, my lottery numbers would be 14, 71,
All right.
72, good. 76, 77. I got Sam Howell in the offensive line. I think last week Sam Howell in the offensive line did a great job. You know, give credit to EB because he put those guys in a great spot. I think every series those guys went out there and showed that we made adjustments to what we did previously. This week we're going to have to be another performance like that. I want to see those guys up front be able to block for this guy and also set up lanes for our running backs. And I think Sam has to do another great job of doing what he did. He got rid of the football. He still got sacked 5 times, but I think he did a great job getting rid of the football in some crazy times. So those are my lottery numbers.
Well, fellas, I can't wait to see which one of y'all numbers hit. Hopefully all of them. So we get this win. Commanders family, that is it for Command Center. But we will be back Thursday at 7:15 for Command Center Game Day Live, giving you everything you need to know about our Week 5 matchup against the Chicago Bears. Peace out, Commanders family. 4 to 5, 4 to 7.
Tonight, Dad came with. He didn't want his little sweet potato to be here without him. But now, he really wishes she was here without him. Next time, he'll just let her roll with her new entourage. And he'll only trust SeatGeek with the tickets. Because when she finds her happy place, he can find his way back to the car. The ticketing app trusted by fans. SeatGeek, so fans can fan.